Jama Yashafo Emma Yatifuna Ahana with Bakumasi online TV. So ene if you had do fedesi and then say a boy jai. Now Mpemfobi say if you had in tufu to be an idea so jan life my then Chimmy Mendano. Now Udibonia and then this watino. Oh a year a bankukum. But I panso dia na be a koye ediamano. Jumadi a showdown and ne a simkunya a bedin commodia for man Ghana. And Sempi and Abba. Na adeba kwa abba Ghana fo nyina dan se ya wo hane te se Ghana banks bi aban se obeye cleanup ya be pepam nya siesiem na ya sakram efa banks bi wo asa be musika asem wo fam no nam so npa bebre sika asem ka kam ba ye kese no ye finance minister Yewura Adams e de abase e diska bia ba ye be betua sankofo ne ka 7 million Ghana cedis ye betua amamfo ka se be ya omum sika akodi mu no omo nsa beka o de na afi bronya nso metimedi ni kama na atumi aboa enu achi no Yewura friends bafo wa wo labor minister wo say oman first na ngasi ghost name e wo man pewuro so a ituaka e de man samanfo a sabi omo da asamado na afi no from 2023 e ba ye wa yenhwema wo matimi ghost name ni na afi mu amla kabinanso sika o man etimi anya no esika sombo pa 10.45 million Ghana cedis any sky and say to make us see e dey fi peuro monetary fund on ti ninga ensema baba yese Ghana ene ese koto eye power supply yi machine bi na da dia masika bi eye basa na sasika no court ama US court de abase Ghana e lawyers no ama omano aboka omantima defend Ghana ama sisi yi company na de contract ni ma wo mu no I was say tuo moka ni nyina koye nseme bra ene na dwi awiai odam na be di enkomo na aboy nyina na bia timi akoso juma de showdown yestumi de fa Kumasi online TV so Tik TV and Friends of Kind TV na efi adwada ukwada yawada ene form yensa ene de bremo ene awiai ye nua bema ye fen Ali Omar Sedu abeka yensa wa ha woye NDC communication team member Ashanti region yenua bema awa ha enche yenua ye fen aye Awudu Mohammed NPP communication team member Ashanti region onso babeka yensa wa ha na adwumadi adi amna ye femidi ene ofadanso na emablo mfi se ye de bonkra tempese bose ndeba e wosanke yenua ba aye kwagiriba nanso bibinti yason ba bia ene otim beka ye ho wa nti mia medinkata mu nsema blemu na afi yedi nkomo nso edi afrimu emeni nti yenko ne yema yenua bema Ali Akwaba na mfaka ta mu nsema ne mremu Ali mi ba cho no Akwaba apom ti sen nyame adom boko se bibia hye yedie nyame adom na NDC mu ti sen
boko na ya da Ghana for us say omunya so pa omuti reset manifesto na asamba ka hye Ghana for ne say omunya doma mamugidi ebiem na omonto abane wano na Ghana emfa yentuma pefra yeah so edikan no
okay
Johanna it say finance minister from the Ministry of Finance or more release some fund be to help amanfo a musika ekemu during the collapse of banks
and your ban ye di e won komo but yanhwe esi NDC mu campaign sem no se na si ko na dade mo hwa afi ebetima koye de mamo
yeah
because akaba yes
afi on say edikan no answer na John Dramani Mahama yekwa launch a manifesto no you see NPP aban ashe bomb mebre for the past 7.7 years in get to 8 years in ebo mo share no omontimendi so and sisi ano ba me wa koyo obi a wonam e no promise o cancel de egu Ghana for asum enso no in natural sense enukro bi anim you see Ghana sisi ano you wujide se John Dramani Mahama ebe o mani ye intino GDA
NDC for the one as Ghana for Ghana
no Ghana for Ghana
yes nyina wujide so mo Ghana for di komo ma Ghana for nyina
yes we din kan ye bi dada now within the period of 4 years Ghana for nyina betima a kire gendo de John Dramani Mahama within the period of 4 years
example
yes inti ye nyina ye de hu bi even Kumasi akrap no betima ka KJT market ade oyeye Afere hospital Bekwa hospital ye nyina ye de hu ekwan hodo a John Dramani Mahama ye abro betina so in a period of 4 years ye nyina de hu bi Ghana han misi
okay
enti no ye campaign them de guso ye campaign pa SLE manifesto no e ma Ghana
na uko cape ni bi
o da bi menya pa
na TV na wo he
na meye na mehwe
no TV so
yes mehwe TV
enti wo hwe senior papa yi e ka 24 hour economy you ordinance club ba wi ene no ba che
on say night club no eno so no sebeta omusu tua taxes e yadwuma e wo amanfo ye e na as a nipa de bombs automatically on ma obetima kwaji ani kakra enti omo so na
and also 24 hours nti say obaje say obesisi dan ye be ye night club ma na say obaye den na 24 na say obi a ba fa say ankra bi no na ebi aba ni sky shem na ma fa say mo run shift from anopa awia anwumre na say ebe 3 ayi tranche ana meboa etu eba anopa no ya ba awia no ya ba anwumre etie no obesisi adan na say cause any amanfo come say even though ya boachi giant say bibisa no cross so ya NDC ni but o kasa says I don't know
on say 24 hours economy no akoye policy bia enye say bia ofiti wa oye edwumako ana waba oba na so hwene so ho beso a na e de amount and a night club no so mo Ghana han bisi no ebu cha taxes yenya taxes from enti John Dramani Mahama so omu nyina so ya Ghana for omu so ye bibi omu didi omu de hwe omu busia for
na papo nso ahodo no so
is ni nyina aka club no ho eni yes
say bo okay na sport nso ni nyina yes I fence we events Brookioso for no so na
dabi dey enkawo
but if that's Juma dey Showdown ye ni never mali Omar Sedu na ebon komo enche awutu Muhammad Babeka yensa na mame fa krata mu nsam nemlemo na ye ntro Juma dey nso emfama mo kata kutame dey informa ana ode aba ohwe anim he a ode ewura na po emfo nyina ba beda ha na po ana okọ oye fifiri mantema ochia mpanyimfo a chese anigye nko a ene ekoso dun se NPP nsema na po ede koye na front page ya no kata fe toso biensa ode mampanyini dada Mahama emfo nyina ba ana ode ya mampanyini abedi akire ya otu franka ade ma NPP ba o miaso fo nyina ba na asem no etia wo se ba o me na eka se ohwe se ofre Mahama se omla na omunyina nhia no munye debate na Ghana fo nyina huni pa wasafata se ye to abama na beti Ghana ko bo chasa ase so a aha ma edwane efise Mahama awo bad record we eya asema ba mia enso ede ewonsam de aba na katafa to so eye enyum no wode ye mampanyi dada Mahama wode ni fo nyina ba ha ana wo shatare tuntum tumi South Africa we no wapam ana hankachi ekuta no ana wode ne nsa to no maso na wose ye mampanyi dada asu awo baumia wonyi media fo nya engagement no wasu papa wasu mampanyi dada Mahama wasu ama chese ni hankachi fili nyina afo wasu ama patan kura pata ne buya papa na dey no se na oni kuma ba umie ya wose ya ntoba manim na sabuni media fo nya fence enkitanwudie na ko senka wotimi kan nsem ma yete wase a na o kan sema yebusa wa wose se me yesesia ya na motoma me na me ba ede na maye enti ama ede na werehwo wose ne wura wa ma tese wasuama etete ne pa ya krata the informer ade ewonsam enso ade aba ene awie na ya troso a emampanyin dada emampanyin na nakufodo currently katafata so enan wose emampanyin ahia no woka se ECOWAS ejabi omugina se omomuti atua awa amama so obi a wase no soja ni obeye ku no ECOWAS ejina ho omunse se decision da se wuti atua se wo to asa amama so edibone ECOWAS entwema ho ebiem wose a wo de soja ni una wo atuo una ani moko enti wo yeden ya wo be potu aban bi agu a ECOWAS enso sa asem so the informer and awie de ono nso ede abanon daily dispatch amere to aso yewura eye ben FC na ka tani dia na ode yewura eye jodumalo ni mfonyina ba katafa etoso edu mienu ana ode ye maame Mrs Lydia Alasa ono nso mfonyina ba aje waso west wagon mampanyini na ni nyane se yewura John Dumalo aka nsem bi asem aka nyane se ye ma me ala san leader yi o pese okom na se bedafie no ya MPT ana onwa ni kunu hwe yankopani oba tan oba sabi yese kama obadaye ma mi ya nwe ni kunu sa papa yi wona hyeme ka wa wada mie eboa me ye bibia ma me ama ni manyam ba mu anne sabi agya kwamu hwam so me kan bie ma mi anwene we nyina ma mi anwene ba pabla wo bre ana ma mi hwe yankopani ana okum ni kunu empe wo penti na asemba ya pe ana Ghanafo akunafo ma ne mema nyina obi aguafu Ghanafo ma nyina kasa empeyifo kasa John Dumalo wankase na kacha di ba se sase ma papa kan o da chew poundsam e dia ba ama eye akunafo emma wo Ghana nyina enso ra wo se papa no ne kasa no ankoye kura na kata na mu kata fa etoso be se enai ho no yede abante bia ba yese wo na Akufo lawyer na ni di no na mepe ede amamo be mai eche se wo hwe ensem akokuje to abrakwa okeka edi dwa banyi ho sa abrakwa to no so sabe yese tintewo twa no to wutuwe utugina tintewo so ka se wo ba taja ebe hyew wonko no ntuntam ba binwene ho ana wo kan sam sai kan sam ana wo kan sam Akufo lawyer ne say abrakwa atramfe sika bi $20 million akoba bia ono lawyer ne kuta ho evidence okuta nkrata o pese wiase nyamu se okuta abrakwa bonya o se suma se odi no ofisa manfo hu na de ache no edikrata yi e de wonsam enso so e de aba ene daily dispatch e wonsam no na the Ghanaian Times enim ha what the yeman panyini open appointed so by finance minister Ewura Adam nimfanya baba da ha na Dr. Mohammed Ami Adam aye finance minister katafata su du ba ko edumienu ada anu waka se na nsentem ya na aye banks ahodo wo Ghana ha yase bi mu de ka omobo Ghana pobo wiwi amanfo ne ade ento se egu bebre na banki bo ho a omo fisa so omo bete omo ho na ekum bom ye ba ko na asemi enam so ma Ghana haye pa ama manfo besika kam wo se aba na yese woni wo de ato enti aban jesika ma wo de aba yese am na okasai obi bia o banks na usevu sika wa sansam ne ba ye no kidnap ne ba ye na usika lock ye no aban de 700 million Ghana cedis e de aba say customers no ye van twamuka ye de twamuka na obi ho aton enti wa hye controller invest can various banks no na obia mfa na carton banko na nkonko gini sika kata yi ade wonsam enso so ade aba na kata na no kata feto so edumiensa ana Medina Adenta footbridge na ban ye no ye say the man fo ko adane white obia mfa ho na ye say man fo pe kwan no se ya yesebe ya unkotwa kwa na ka bia bon ba Ghana for so mompe Adenta Medina force sa bridge no omfa so ba bia cancer ne fa no pe no mbefa e dey say bridge no ayeka yamfa so bia maso amfa ma man no ka tai e de wonsam e de aba daily graphic anam de to so ya de mrantia kese miensa fo nyina ba ha na muntie katafata so du ba ko no ya sim mrantie yi omo ye ka jackets na se bia wo ka ana okoto ka bi na bia wo de kodi djuma na mrantie nya djumu kwen o ka ne ye je ni ye je o ka no susu wi a kwa won san kan wo ba ye de wo ka ne da e ya de e koso Ghana pese o ya je obi ka o ya se ya lo ko bi ka ana ye say sam mrantie court adi emumienu ekomu 80 years ana omodoso ana emumiensa de ya se ya sentence omukra ya krata yi ade ehonsam so de aba na kata kra na oba wane se uko Cape Kosua ya say biggest ever fetu afasha no ashase ya enne enkopem se bosumei ene nesment besimi de Cape Kos adaje ni puso enye zekura na opanyi bia otaka sadema oye lawyer kese pa Ghana ha Patriotic Party ana wo kan sem bi say see obusawo we solia no osebo NPP sebo NDC sebo CPP sebo gum sebo Alan sebo ya sebo na obusa se abasa omo enhye no sai sika no fund na omo keka wan so mo sika no wan Ghana for obusa tachu de obusa o yemusa mo se sika no omo nya no hen anu hye nsoma daily graphic ede wonsam ede aba meto aso no daily analyst was say without fear or favor omo de mun so hwe ana mu hu obi asomobo omo komonim na odi GJ president ede mfonya babada ha yewla abet communal dumfo ana o say GJ president say see idea ye beto ba ye to ba ye na ye tabu sanhwefo na ye tochie na ye praye ni e diatam na komo die enti se see ye president say one obi a person presidential candidate adima any political party bia say ye independent say the new force alliance ono mu nyira be hia na fei o matena se atin komoda for sanhwefo say ba ya obi mfa ne nsa betem anam obi mfa ne nsa kwankwa ten sanhwe no say wo ya mebo o paji mekum wo ya mebo otuo o se sa ne ma wei o mu hia de nkomo say ba ya wo ya sanhwe no say wo ya adwuma obi antim nyohwe kratai ade wonsam enzo so ade aba na yewura John Dumalo onu so fanyin da ha se na wo se maami asemo kan yi wo se maami Lydia Alasan me pa cha wadaruma ya manyo sam ne ye nanso so kasa bia mu onfonso mankani ye kura John Dumalo na kan o si ye ba mi Lydia mankani ye kura fambo ne chame entiwe John Dumalo e da chopa kese pa e de maami Lydia Alasan sa onfanche no nantu Ghana ekunafo ma ne mema nantu Ghana mpanyimfo nyina se kasa no kan yan sabi ni kwen kupo animi kasa he kasa fi kasa sabi enyini kon eni tire kasa sabi o eni nyina so kasa eni kasa papa into da chopa nsam enso so ade aba na ukọ dey analysis kro na mu a yade eye ensantwafo nyina kuta cameras enfo nyina babada ha na yentie yasi US any US embassy any Ghana GJ mpanyimfo aka bom ya omo behwe se afia batuei ensantwani bia ni wa yade yansa beka no ane ebeti no ane ase babo no ane ebedi natem etomo ba ye enhye ebebo ansatwefo na bibia tima konkan kratai ade wonsam so ade aba yesi Ghana ye ka yade sesi asapege ni mu ade ko 761.1 billion Ghana cedis Ghana ka yade o 761.1 billion Ghana cedis say ye ka no ye debt no e ka Ghana de e say de sa kwa na ekọ enim ka tai ade wonsam ade aba daily analyst e wonsam no new weekend crusading guard yade e man panyin na nakufodo ene matters asofo mpanyimfo bi mfonyi da ha na uyom ko hye program bi ase ana na nato achia asofo no mu ana wo ka chom se amafo kasa an aya na nado ene ne ba wumia apra ne se afia batuoi so omo anya omo wiem omo bu amanfa fa so se Ghana fo si gina se NPP na yepe alankas ana se bia cheddar na nado se ye be oso wo no de so hwe NPP mu pa se ye wi abato mu pa de NPP omo nya ho ade omo nya ade kura de omo nya ade kitekete kura NPP fo omo nya bi da na nye moja ewo moyim dabi omo de yedai omo NPP fo o lalai ya odi nsam yi e ka champion fo na ka tai e de ewonsam e de ba okuye chabla kwa nsam na ansa e wo ha ka tai e ka ho asam e de ache na meto no the Ghanaian observer wode na ku for info nyina ba wo sa fia batu ba batu yi wo ka chagana fo nyina say ye da ye na ma obi ansu ye batu ba ama finchin papa ye aya adwuma obi anye obi Ghana for the akane aka obi nkosisi obi katai e de wonsam e de aba nti de nana do kufado aka no na kuya top back na si Liberia central bank exposing say or the sikabi ekọ baabi a amfa kwampa so a krata yi enso so ede ehonsam de aba na krata yi na ba mane say 2024 BC GS school selection no achance a ekoso ntu unua bi na wadanfo bi ana oba bi enya nteye a empefo achance ntu obi anko na onko chusu ni school anya sa na so betima yeshe krata yi de honsam de aba the new independent ana made to so na krata yi ba mane say katafeto su mienu ni mensa no akopem na no wo say wo de yewura alankoje chamanchen alan chamanchen ni enim alan cash alan chamanchen na yenim anyu amanfo to an no amanfo mo to an alan yo alan ana ka taba mane say alan cash kopem anka bompuni mantem na oni amanfo hia ya sebe omudi komo no ene obi ti kam no sifom no di na chopa ne ntoma gufom no di eche afafanto chese nkranfo nyina ejalanchi sa ala ne pe ala ne eba sa ala ka tai de wonsam de abasen na edoma alan cash sabi edi na chi power nkabanche so no enya sankotoa ka tai ade wonsam ade aba metrolens and meto so na yewre John Malo ni ye ma mi nsem ya eda ha ene me nka wansem biem okoye tabla kwa nso the same asem ya wa ha na da me to so biem nie ka de foto so enkro no ye ma me afa no Kate Jamfu a ene o se Ghana 2024 bot kwa kotun egadi form man Ghana form ma ene be diba o miachi o nkurumdie enkoso ene bibie mu a kese na aya kono pa ya wone mamefoi ene omo ya owa tu ka chen ade wonsam ade aba na me de daily searchlight ana me de to so ya se sika bi asenke wo Ghana ha na ya se part 7 52 million Ghana cedis e ka ye de ya se our transport ministry ho ya se nyesika keto o enyi sika keto a sa ministry nu pa sika sebe ekomo bragu wa Ghana fo ye ba betua no chase ye cha wo wa wu hwem no o tie mi no do betua no etimi sa bosan be se de ho etimi ma wo ofie ehia ma hoda katai e de wonsam e de aba na o sa de lanka se de aba se alan ekopie mo nka no poni be pawani ko hwansem ko hwade wo de kokko bi enipa alan cash enipa e cha otwe unyi o kan kura nyeye unya bi comprado na asi o ba ke kwa mpagise 2 days ansa na wotu afiri ho enya sankotoa alan ka tai e de wonsam de aba dem ni bi o ka ta wi mu nie ya se o hwe Ghana ha enhwemo me ehunu se o man Ghana ewomi ni kuranie amanfo wu papa yewu na wo yewu nyina no enie ya se fe ya de hypertension enu ne ekum Ghana fo papa enti so bi wa esa yade na ekum ye papa e boy sa todwo no e boy ye papa say okwaokrase na bokoko a ati tuto sa ene yade fa na hypertension no e Ghana fo de konse do ka tai e de wonsam e de aba Newsday ana me to so okoye to nsam ya na wa ha ya ka tai de wonsam de aba ntie ntwam ne nko anim daily statement na me to so na nana ko fodu mfanyi da asem kro ya ana esa de manpanyi abeda kire ba o mianfo yin nso aba na asem nyan sese okopem okwawu no enipa pa sabi abodom pem na omu gina opa tie ba o miansam no etefo enya sankoto aka tai ese ni kuranie kwafo ya de pop o ma jeso yes o mo do NPP ampa ka tai ade wonsam enso so ade aba ene awiei ye kam nsem ade achemu schools no eguso ekoso afi napo enso fonyi da ha onso ebusa mahama questions ade afa eye na juma wo so de baba omanimu ka tai ade wonsam enso ade aba the national voice ana me to aso okuye to nsem ya na ka tai de aba na opanyi ba ko a ono nso wo ha na one this mu kwakwando se wo ade bebusa ho asem na asema wakanie na kwakuon se na wositi te NDC fo na atamisi wuyei papai o man NDC fo nai ena ngam o chena ngam ade chia ngam ade se ngam kese ngam kwa ena kwaku enu do hu o de ti NDC fo a ka take wasam se eye mahama omumutunifo ade aba se de kwaku ye no ese bi ayade aba ha mahama ne trouble ni campaigns into mo hwe na nkomoni ne kasa ka tai ade wonsam anso so ade aba na odi Mr. Yabo Tijan enfo nyina ba oya NDC ni woyɛ former national organizer ade ma NDC ana wo se ebran NDC for Frank Atuni Mahama o ka ni manifesto wo hyebo ene mo baba ya ma no ya Ghana fo yehwe so na kono ne fe ye na nke nto aba ma no o kwati nkwati a wo se Nant Club wo se Nant Club papa we pa wo se ageninsam ni ya mo hye na ko bo ni pali wo se Nant Club 24 hour economy na ka bi enti yewura yawo botin ya say sasam ne pa Mahama kan de ni kuro ne ododroe pa ka tai enso ede wonsam ade aba na opagina fa no kwaje bokuru Azak ni mfoyi da ha na asema o kan say we say obegedi Ghana we so by reset te si ya no Ghana fo we de oto de maye yengina yenhwe ne nka ho asem na the Herald ana me di wi okrata yi mu John Duwala chopa na ene John Bolo ma da ha ana ono nso so da ne ma me nchen ana ma me Alasan ono nso so ni kunu ya ofiri mu boache ono nso fonyi da ha ana ni kunu da ne oda ni kunu nchen ni ngina ya se ma kope ya se sade na John Bolo ya ni kunu ne sabi enya de pa enye na bema de wano nya ya sa so o mu se ya pe tumi de ye nte wase ya campaign so enye nsimbe na wase ka ya kracha ade ewonsam enso so ade aba na ya de ewura atachia enfo nyina ba na asema kracha yi bisa ne se yesi NDC for say opaye fa atachia ensem bi okeka ya de fa Mahama ho se Mahama upo bi pa ope bi entwa bi asabio atachia na ka ho kracha na de wonsam ba odaroma na eno no na aha NDC for say no na tacha obi a lawyer pa wo kosuku a wo ye lawyer ye wo di asem e different amanfo na wo say ye MP na ko bi tia wo do a wa che o emahye bedafie na sabi ya to ba ma na wo ye nyansani na o ka kansam a wo si obi no monsa NDC for say omuma atacha 24/7 so on fa che papa ma am a MP NDC for etiefo omune ne nche enyam Ghana ha ene eti se e be ko US NDC for ball fu papa sa atachia sansoro kan no onfa ho ache opam eni ya ten ka tan ade wonsam ade aba na ha ene de bonka tan na besie na afi nyame adoma adware ya toaso ede mamo ma me nko na afi yenua ali ye toaso na ye mo enkomo be ma se bia hye ye bi mu sa wote ya bati jase Mahama kan Nant Club no ne mo hye so ka se ya adwuma obi tax mo former organizer say ne mo hye no o kan say o ne anye
easy your mama including the night club ewo 24 hours economy ni no on say enipa de ye nipa na eto de bia ekwanso pie kakra nkoji wani kakra na ade ampesa Ghana fo hu say omom ye night club no so omom so ye Ghana fo omom so ye adwuma omom so nyeska enso de bo omobusia fo entino so we include night club in 24 hours economy you say it's a good news for Ghanaians money be any because they are also working to earn a living through this night club businesses no punch say bia sa blue that be encounter as a night club omo pretty omo ton insan
ba say mo former organizer asema pa kan no ko tie no say be Ghanaian hye
that's on answer no opinion but udwuni mu a this go deeper
asa wo boni bianim asa wo ali aye ma you opinion aye ma
yes according to my opinion aye ma me
sir Nant Club 24
because almost a year juma for to earn their living and oton san eno se say eye boni oton san eye juma na wo ye and you know if they were included in the 24 hours economy I don't see anything wrong with it for Ghanaians because they're also working to earn a living it is a work. Yeah. And you know, new opinion, no opinion, but I see say, including the nightclub in the 24 hours economy, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Okay. Me da say e be hwe ne di nkomo. Don do na some o kan ye e kire ma me no. Yam family some to nchen. Ase nipa sabi ya wo ye Ghanaian. Yam fa so nua ba ne ma me Lydia. Ana obi etim ntem no kansa se wo de kire wa. Be fa ne say.
On say edi kan no. Don't really abepa achew. Say assembly o kan no. Wan kan yi na e amano sem. Ene ma de kansa. Enti no nipa de mi hu se enfonso wo nipa bia ho na wa kansa nso a ekwowi achi no aden no ode achepa ode okopa achew ema Ghana fo nyina hu se asam no kan wan kan yi emum de ya de ba obey ni de ba onya akopa achew awie enti no mi hu se so far so apa achew no it ends everything.
Okay, mate me da se ye nua bema ye fe no Awudu Mohammed Abba mama na metras na afi ye nsia se na ye monkomo wo ya Asante Regional NPP Communication Team member ti ebedi nkomo sisi ani ahwe se ne eko enti oba mama na mra na ye ntoa so because ebre no eni ho maye enti ye si ano de one thing say asema kan ye but e was say eni kwa say attempts no ye ma ensemi sa akoso se be ya de bia ekwa ne aka na ya pa chaw ni eja maraka as obi a wo se ye ntwa bama ana wo kwa wo sa ye star wa ti movies bibre o Ghana enti wo no ene mo bo uhu ba amanyasam wo ho ana sabi credibility nso ye dey e wo ho wo se hwe nyina anti sade na ekoso waka na sade a no yaje ye ma ewura awudu akwaba pa ma chaw akwaba na pom ti say okay but yam kakra na sabi abetimi ha ya das boko ese MPP mo ti sen
medical chair
omo das events Ali
I'm not sure for the first time MPP mo do boko na onim se aka akre na ya da agro na hyehyɛ so nti se ayi no nto obola na enyina ha yeguso
okay
so hwa Ghana ha ya pete ba bia
okay
ya ka ensempa na kira o yiri se Ghana for so o magina sempo
se hwa mo campaign na mo ye mo nto abo no senity e grounds mo nsam no to amanfo tirim mo magye mo policies ni mo manifesto na tum ya mo fi se mo betima di nkunim afia batwe
yes ko grounds manifesto ni adwuma e be ye no Ghana for jet.
Okay.
Ye see form no de. Na ensem bebre. Ye see form no. E kire ensem no. Oduru ba bia na ma ka chem so. Man ye hwe kra free HS abode bread.
For education no.
For education no kra ho atoye. Ye don ti no ye ba sa to aba na amam. Enti to abone de ye ko na say wo hwe footage enamwa tum say Ghana for Agia to even save the voter region and ke hotel do ya ko ha na omuntie this time no okwa hokra na em say support no e wosoro
sa
definitely
okay but oka bibi say musi form no e say ya jematum ade mu hu akire ni say na grants nya na ansa musi form
yes before say we see form I was na we say oh ya ho kire ye adwuma nye committee na yade no na ewo ho ye kan but sa we de ho kire ye ne de from 1992 eno ana ere to aba Rollins Hobbs ye ho kire ye before buy ye ho kire ye tamis buy ta ho kire de definitely developing country like Ghana unemployment no anya dia e betimi aya 100% na dia obi be wie school betena fie ni dia definitely we share sa na ema no okay o baka sa na ho because we wie school e bia e se ka ba de sa o ye adwuma nye nti hono obe sa complaint na ya dia be but when you look at the larger picture na o tumu say ye boy homody
Okay. Enti mo ko grants mo kan ye o mati asiesie no mo kan ho che ni biem. Aho che na free ho.
Aho che de dey na me ka say.
Yes, who say aho che ho.
Oh yes. Say
Who say aho che ho. Wo de kan kure. Be honest.
Me say yes. Me present they be our can we are not in good times. The candidate waka say nema a person ke no ente sa until we admit say there is hardship, but the only party that can take that hardship away is NPP. No other party.
Oh, can say man my day. Also say can say no munu party betimi ayi o money for how mu. Mutimi ko munyi. Na wo say kan won sam say ensan fa mo na mo say nyi mfrim.
Yeah, say me ka say can say Ghana my day. And medical can say from Rollins times ha sa word on there hot him bia. And before say yeah beba no. Na e ho. Na e ho. And as I said, say obi ka say ayedia ono hwe ne butom ina ebia oka nti definitely obehu nkofo a maka say butom nye say John the man mama kra oba ne tam kra na say ohia ho sika ni ebutom arama na ma ye post na okoka say what it say or dead good you know san ka so we na mi na ama na kadumbi sa na e ma ni na ama na kofuka sa asem no wa say wasaba biu asa yen san fa no obi a oba ya ka cho say wa ye nya adwuma ye komedie na okoye no ade na osaba because we had in the
my fans was some okay see na kase bia e be koyen some by be say mighty 14 na bia se say ye wura awudu
yes
yen kan kura of NPP of NDC
yes
yen hwe mahama yen hwe na nado abreso
yeah
e kase ye kan kura pa asa we de nyama jese muntu nchen
yeah
omuminu ye say access wo mu ne mu percentage abama say
ye mo percentage
yen phobia 4 years.
Oh, say percentage in the Ghana for the Amaya Dada.
Muna mayen for
other man NPP, ne NDC. Because 4 years now, percentage na mama they offer me man ko tenafi. Yeah, 4 years and almost am by bill. That tells you say our percentage was on top. Say 4 years in Kenya and come my bill. And to you do 4 years now on Sama can say I'm never to us. That tells you our 4 years was very good. That mama 4 years or by yaka se koko tenefie with 1 million votes the piano ti kokoye and definitely we 4 years na dey here dey no also a change join the man mama.
Okay mati medasi enyama tifo na omangasa ntwa somaye what did you demolo some kan ye e dey fa ye ma milidia alasa ho
me ti o say okunu
and obeya MP ha I say we dey unu aka bi say ono candidate ozo kan
say eja wanka ni yi je owo de ya mfa nka se obi kunubu a otimi nka se wakunu
ben o kase mu na
wa otimi nka se nti wanka ni yi but me hu ni se okoka e be ka se bia a political talk but let us admit obi kuna wudi eni ko say o ka say wa kunu I mean we want to cut it short and can he
okay
yes but I don't know we shouldn't roast him yeah ka say de mele him ko twa de be ko ka ta definitely
de mele okay
ada o ka ta say wasan he came and that is a gentleman
okay
so we are there now back now but for the guys yeah that's
but say we a gentleman o ya de o ba ya na yo be pacho send so yes answer wo so nye gentle
yeah oh
e ma de ni mompo be pa ko kase bo wa e wo se wutimu se da bi o so tie break
break no one timanti ya
na ati free
until the election so break na se ko tia that's our vacancy okay the last year we are talking about I'm not prove it because patch and na ke bia ke channel but you are patch to say one can you the ever say I no for more the ever say I no but the next time you so that to
Mate mama me ko una ya BP mama me na ho na me no be chance ba we dey enkan topic no prophet kwatin odifo botashem kom o se kom so na no den pa o se ye mompa ye mfama NPP empanyimfo no bi ye kampanyimfo na me se bedwafo no ba otimi a kire se ebi ti se o se che mensa bonsu afayo markets empanyimfo na o modi party na chi ache omumudu no MPs no si ya mompa ya ebi ma yale ya di bia ano odin o mewu ewu a ba ji yensem wo ye MPP ni sima me nipa ma minti o sase me
yo nipa bia hiam paibo nti ye kra na ye MPs no kra no me no mi no ye hiam paibo nti say obi ka say mo mpae mo obi I think it is the right order but me as a ceremony dey nsuro wu owu dey it can be e bia metima do stairs so say akwai obi program kra nti when it come to that here nsuro and I be gili say obi aso nsuro wu because owu hu mpo okay was nsuro eno owu nso nim say me pacho we dey facha me o tam no so a ode wo be ko nti no say o me wu obi yare de yare na ya o yare da ho na o yesi but ni na no say o si conclude no wase ya mo mpai ti say wase ya mo mpai dia I think we all need prayers including ye kra na asem no mfa ho no we all need prayers nti ene no ano no
okay ti say bon mpai betumi abo ma bibia timi akoso
oh yes mpai
okay ali
yeah on say
asem o kan say
asem o kan no see the papa pedi kan yi nipa de yade eni owu kan ho de ya obi fra asase so ono na esi wo hu nyankopon yi a kire no nti e mo ho mpae ni se ono na esi nyankopon yi a kire na wo omo a ombeti na so pe mo mbo mpae no fa mpae bo enta omo chi si de be ya si de se no kre se yade bi be bo omo a o mewu a si de be ya nyankopon betimi etwuchaje omo nti ene de we ya hu mu asem nti no ono na so wo hu na ye nu de mi to ze mi hu bibisa nti no ni gidie e na ode kan nti se wo feel se de waka na beba mu de a bompa ye momo na si de because omo so ewuo enya de pa nti ewuo no even po no so far so wanya me party member nti se ewuo a like mi mbo powder na mi fa ensi krum se nti no ewuo de enya de a eya de pa nti no so waka de a amafo omo ni mu gidie se waka asem bi ebe mu no ometuma bompa isi de be ya ye nyankopon de pa obetuma to charge o
okay me da se ye hyase me ba wa na ye ni nkomo we si madu na me de ma mama si madu num because we de o se ye kan wasam ko akiri sisi ya no aban anase finance minister no a share ye controller say omuri si says $7 million no rather Ghana cedis no na ye fantua banks na abano ekrusu na ye kan bomu no sebeya omom skada hono bebe skada bone bra simadunu maminti wada okay
yeah edi kan on answer na ya papa John Dramani Mahama the nation builder the visionary leader obefree abemu no in 2016 no according to credit ratings and financial experts omu rate Ghana economy as B- economy with currency depreciation of 9% and also now so already in Jumasem so we recorded a single digit of 8.4 unemployment rate. And you know, in a nutshell, what we say, the economy was doing well. You see, answer no more conducted this cleaning up exercise of banking sector and microfinance. You know, say, Era Mahmoud Baumia, why you do Bank of Ghana pay? And think I can't experience the experience will be par. Answer no more start to say, you maybe banks here man for. Ebe hu omusika bekem eno nkrombe ye nyina nim even when people for answer nim say the amount of money and commitment you use e dey solve problem e 9 billion Ghana cedis but Baumia claiming that he is the head of the economic management team claiming that or experience in economics you see answer na ye ba be to about 2016 ye nim adokra ye nim de Baumia o mamu NDC starting going from universities to universities, organizing conferences. Okashe Ghana for say, see the wire Ejuma Bank of Ghana, our experience in into Ghana for the Omani Sika Assumption in Sa, Obetma day, Abuama, Omana day, Afantuma Pefra. Anka making promises are NPP are buying this Akufo-Addo Baumia bay, Omo promise ye. Kamikazo go mut me at TV emu 10% for and Ghana by ebe krabeshe. Almost 30 years no, Baumia ko say if you can say oba arrest dollar no dey safwa IDP and now meaning can CD to dollar ratio say 1:16 ama because of that no amount for businesses foreign investors or investing into the economy of Ghana they've not left the country investing in neighboring countries international markets is omunya omo hwe ani ama omo de ohia eno ohia ahokyere aba beto Ghana for so in the beginning you debt to GDP na ye kan wasemi now John Dramani Mahama time, na 15.6%. You see, as of 2022, omu raising from 55.6% edo ko 104%. Currently workers o man ka this is here 700 almost 760 billion Ghana cedis. Me no ken answer na atam Jordan Mama Ifra kunye isu. Now together with Atamos they added 56 billion to our public debt Ghana e card here. You see 56 billion. But aben because of reckless economic mismanagement into omo bobusia jump debt they call 760 billion. I mean okay, we've defaulted our debt obligation. It means you see, this banking sector. NPP abakoya bambia, especially this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Omakoya bambia say, ombe creating mess no ma pretend this almost solve mess no. E that's all man ko galamsi o. Omo ka say Ghana for your more kwan so be di akonya nso a Ghana nso nyina omo to galamsi o eni be yakro to say vote quarter. And some of ama they pretended as if they are taking action. Omo deploy soldiers. E go see say enko we chere go say NPP for mpanyfo na na ehye etira no mutu galamsi. Is it over down so? And say this banking issue also be release 700 million Ghana cedis to customers are umisika akemu. You see, sa really nyina they could have avoided it. Omo na yeye. Into master creative problem pretending as if they are solving the problem. Yeba beto aba normal start normal shebo. And you had him say 2020 ube wan say Akufo-Addo kuta so no dey above from agenda 88 agenda 11. You see, and now me no okay. Me papa wa no. Me so bet ma kire me agenda 88 agenda 11. Hospital ba kumpo omotime sie wi a o ma complete. You see, omutimi yes normal we nyina into edru election time normal start shebo. Oh, nkofo musika kem on bibusa on say na mo no NPP ni pa me boa na mo time no amount for 16,000 Ghanaians complaints on musika kem so me busa say san nkofo no so mo nka ho ana omo nka ho omo so musika no wen you see me no okay you see sa sika na through the handiwork and then through the handiwork of Akufo-Addo Bawumia and then the economic management team omo here and say it has a great impact on Ghanaians. You see, already no more they are him. They say American youth unemployment rate has doubled. Make and John Dramani Mahama time you record this single digit 8.4%. It has doubled to 32%. You see, I say a meblo mu use school omunye jumanye. You see like say ajinsemu to the extent say even pono you not creating jobs for the people. What's also say NPP Bawumia say they are moving the country from taxation to production. You see, trying to tell us John Dramani Mahama he was an incompetent. Yes, he was an incompetent person. They've introduced unnecessary, I call useless taxes. Useless taxes. I mean, on the already suffering Ghanaians. Won't create jobs no. You to know so. Marison wa kutra bet in so. Answer no be debate no of adanso make any dini bed ye wo no wodi so wodi kakra no po aja wodi beto bi kakra di no but me ase me famu 10%. Okay okwati ya almost say almost percent they want to use that one to refrain the youth from taking bets and I'm since almost start so almost titi winning betting bonuses be say musa say have they conducted any research or survey to find out say you to know omoja bet to try now. You've not done something like that. Is it still because of money? You see, people have their own reason of staking bets. Obi extra bet because yes. See the better amount for boys no
because of 7 years
yes, bet neutral.
And any
yes, I some more kind.
Me more to so opanyina would Saturday here. Yeah. Saturday ni nyina no. They say money 2 year munya atwai ene mo san yin fiso e
ya be say ebia na ebetum
what is it if you want to solve you if you want to solve unemployment issue in this country
Mr. Udu
if you want to solve unemployment issue in this country what is the first thing you're supposed to do? You're supposed to create jobs in juma na kwase ubi and I make a youth use enye juma nye. This year, graduate to come back graduate to no. The number is outrageous. You see, putting pressure on the economy. You've not created a job. Who me a juma Emma Sanko and so yet who did not say what's on for the taxes? I dare a crowd more Hosika cray Jessica what's on for the taxes you say you want to stop them from betting. Who created jobs are it will refrain some people from betting, provided the fact that the person is not addicted. So also on empathy. And it's Jessica say me a man for a job because of that, no. In fact,
now bet no and bonnet.
Bet
say
almost say they want to refrain the youth from what gambling, taking bets.
Okay.
But me was not with the Ghana National Electoral Authority. So and then Samuel Okubet announced as the head of Ghana National Electoral Authority. You trap Lotto Anopa. And we are going to what they go to Lotto you see, because he's the one heading what Ghana National Electoral Authority. You see, Nina Chacha and not the Papa. It is not a reliable source of income. You see, and it's a who will stop it Chacha, that's a who recruit Ghana National Electoral Authority. And now just one Nina Chacha and not the Papa. Nina Chacha, and you know, so also person stop a bet in it, yeah, and a lot of no so that they don't decorate it. Some first me benefit lot to plan turn once. Yeah, omo national person. But say they turn on opa every and we omo free ba ku bi 3 BB 5/39. Bebre kwakwa no ma introduce. You see, and the same for Ghana car akamu na aban no say or claim say he's going to give them 700 million in total, 1.5 billion. But Muka said the total man will be released edama customers are like they've been affected, you know, 4 billion. Also I order the finance minister to order, release 700 million for the first, the first time. You see, idea
1.5.
1.5. Yeah, it will release 700. Now later on,
yes, 800. I have 3 tranches.
Yes.
First and 700.
Yeah, and
so that's it. Yeah, second one no, so beba. Now I said about 800. No, yes, okay. Okay.
And you know,
800 no bechem.
Yeah. I do me and I'm not surprised. Omo they created this mess. Issue anchor it could be solved. You see, what I'm saying, because of this, people lost their jobs. Amount for imagine so papa a bank manager that I'm not betting if he. And I make people have even invested. And my boy, me and answer to the new to catch there said, even now it is not the duty of the government to pay. But Saturn now. Omukwa invest no anaso kwa akoto bonds no government no omunjina obi asema bo me e ka kire Ghana for no ba me na mo amusunsun na banks eguye banks abetimi de 9 billion as solve problem no claiming that you are an experienced economic manager or economic guru. You use 25 billion Ghana cedis to solve this particular issue, wasting the taxpayers money. You see, and you know news you know, I wasn't surprised. I did that. Bobby bro must sell for the past 8 years. Or my dad Ghana for to foot trouble in this omutimi nyemu ba akokra. Omutimi nyemu and the experience is go mu claim so my crap no. Areho eduane kran nya bindi. Omo ba akubi, omo de ensu omo for gari na no mo de enwo afra. No mo omo na onti northern schools no mo nya eduane kran di. Headmaster oya obey agni say obe make the government unpopular on this particular issue no. You see, this government doesn't want accountability.
Okay.
This government doesn't want accountability. So I was even shocked and surprised. Say, you Bamia claiming that you have the economic gurus mentioning their name. What a solid team. Yet you came and you collapsed the banking sector. I bet when you 9 billion, they are solving. You use 25 billion. Just wasting the time claiming that you are conducting the cleaning up exercise in the banking sector. Among for sika pensioners, among for medical toil draw. You see, and there me say, about me, collapse the banking sector. Not one man be so also the be not say year more. On also control some acquire some little investment. And what say banks no Google no affect bank now on investing.
Okay.
Emma a bass are crap no. Old man, about you see when you pressure so no, you see it moves with large stroke, and ordinary stroke. You see, pressure. They say as more kinds of say adia Akufo-Addo Bamia government aye on in the bush and for no. And now they will feed that. Was it you who put up some other point some area?
But then this cabin you
what this?
I say
You
compare the market for look of fire.
Almost so much. Is the air cut out? Now the value of the money. You see, I'm making. Only one month from Tamo moya de amafo afo ho wu papa amafo nya ho yare
sa abana ga se won tua o
tie
o se e bia mo breso no o kan say
it is not the duty of the government to pay.
Okay,
you see if you want akoto omo we no omo akoto omo shares no anom akọ investment no na onyina obi you see
asema ban kan
asema ba omia e kan ye no abo ka say John Domano mama asem go say the nim won san so ko back won san so ko ready algo ntia omugu banking sector no As my bomb, I catch it. And so now, so I'm good this banking sector. Emma, also, Obe Council, also customer best shake down of 1 year. You see,
okay, and you know, Medasi, and Obrana Swamin court now any a wood in Tosso. Yenya Bema, your friend Ali, Omar, Sedu, or your NDC communication team member, and I know a Bonko Mosisiana, Ashanti region. Your call opening your friend Awudu Mohammed, or your NPP communication team member. In Ashanti region na ono so ato sima edunum na me de man wadaroma say de mako pesika mo di tuama customers no mamiti wadaroma
me da se pa na me nua no youthful exuberance mani age the way I see rante na o kasara ati say so youth
okay
mani age pa na o ma figures bi say o mo tam no na unemployment rate 8%. Me hu ba bi o yan sa free but me no me no say on time because I'm a from the unemployment and you better so no more for nipa then nipa we school I know tifie until with all these things now nipa we school tifie ni na sell no but no more 8.5% one time no to on a unemployment graduate association no omo nam Ghana ha nyina so omo nya adwuma nye with all this now o say wasa aka still no na unemployment rate 8% na won kwa o figure na o ye na can't send me
okay.
I can't send me because free education crano, Adriane, crano, and yet your northern schools.
Umunya bindi.
Me know me on himself northern schools or more free education that according to you people, no more free education that so Amunya Adrian India, I don't know, can not the own southern parts. Me back KNUST senior high school, we go so train exams. Final year no way. Back St. Louis, or me na girls. One so girls school form 1. One so St. Louis ko ayen to aduane ho nti school aduane na na o me na o me dey wo mudi you know say ebia me baby ko no so di gobe na say ebia no agobe na o mpa untimi nkasa aduane ne nye ebia ono na ere
okay
and Ghana ha what on so many occasions say omutimi ko wie amanfo wie school nu anu bebre ama ya che omo ama ya bikura akoto prison ya ko bia na ya se no ama school kwala no obi sisa na odi kofie ni nyina awo ho no enti free education no ya o say so obi aduane nya de enti no free education no enya me ko school na Brongo secondary school all Manchester school edrumere bi na go ya bodo kono ba ko students mi ni ache ya di that was around 82 83 holina na mi ko hobe 79 80 njo nti na aduane kura yetimi my vacation force abra yesi aduane short aban fa aduane my ne amai kwan nti aduane ankasa school so no a problem sense. But the bottom line is
and a problem no yetimi mpe akwami so enyin fru ne nka say oh if you come kroma preso if one preso and yetimi because say no me ba wo na ye wo kasapa phone and any obium and na wo hwa abrochi ni other countries na and me bo wa omu repeat but ye na repeat ye ho
yes and America say say yi free ho I say yi free ho no but first of all I say you can hear mentality free ho
okay.
So here mentality in free hall no man. Any bit my year in free as I say be exercise and no fie cotton. O the bebre bakra so one question pa na adwene ya obasade na kofie cotton. The first of all we have to build our mentality.
Okay.
Say your mentality na come we are then we are able to bit me take is ade no everywhere. But there na me person me can say whether there was any problem or there is no any problem no. The bottom line is say people are enjoying free education. Say na me can me ba me no school and come St. Louis say we own the record of St. Louis say me cut me to school fees e bia nka me ba no kra wan here there wait to me nko but because of say free education into wakola no ho a wo sua there and wo ye science nso wo ye na djuma nti no ye mfa credit ma free education no matter and NPP ni bia na say party for no nka say free education 100% perfect we are saying say ya ka say twen say perfection ba ansana ya start there na ye starting no na eniema enkoye o make I say me pesa abo school di na ye call covid by no na aduane na egu ho no na pro on se nkola nkotina school share na aban dis aduane by foforo by no mo de aduane na apro no e de no ama nkola no mo de foforo no e de kofie. So it became an issue. It became an issue.
Yes.
Until later on, I heard say, "Pamu the 60 camera crack or board by be another no e one." Until say, "Oh, corners or kofa aduane na e betimi air there a capture." Until no, the government is trying everything possible. Say, "O betimi air there, betimi nti obi obaka say free education successful no, enya na correct."
Okay.
Successful. Now the entire America say successful. Don't John Dramani Mama Kura say this year omo ko university first year no, obafa omo kanyina. The same this free HS for in a airport school. And I'm more been to never been say free HS in yet successful.
Okay.
Young Koyan some buy. Now, mean, you know, Casse, you buy an uncle with the 9 billion as of a problem. That means my brother admitted, said there was a problem. And I'm a boy. There was a problem. Who created that problem? NDC for created that problem. Because banking sector no, there is rules and regulations you be a bank. In the NBC I say banks na collapse no. Now the rules and regulations no mo follow ya na. Ebia aban no ya ade no say ebia enko ye time bomb by blast. Be enka ye time bomb blast ya. Ebia enka be severe than this because me ka say piram buy. Piram nipa wuye. Piram time. People will almost sika share no mu pa. Enya san DKM kura recently omo more force we there e wuye. Enti na aban ne feel say that be me ntra ho ma sa banks no mushroom a lot of them are mushroom banks. Omo ntra ho e ma embesa be collapse ma nipa nya there. Ewu nti medican na ma stop omo say na me ya metima bo omo savings no ho ban. Enu nti na ekokokoko ba ya yesi wa osika ohobia no ye do osika ba so I think kaminu ya no beka so ya this asem papa say sikana at long last ye tua they say it is better late than never
but lebi musu kasa na nten ka ba na igu no one physical bank ni mu na mu man koso nya adwuma na finance ministry no engadi o se bia omo enye de omo ye ni be because na man for suggestion no dey ba me need more about banking but what I was saying is ogu no wie no and obi so just I dey na one fancy one fancy kind dey and share banking but me looking at the lot of banks now collapse here no e bia ka bank say we sika she ebia mu a e bia that particular time na e bia sika e ye dey eni ho a lot of banks kura sika kwa hihye mu a chile ne yesi board chairman for this kara ko to sika em sasa wo tin sa asem hey this guy we obako to talk surrender base or bank bi ji o musika as I said it comes back to our mentality so the mentality no enya now your bank discussion be say fakoyi now board chairman for no more iska ni bi e dey question we no mara ko talk that basa how can the bank grow nje bia aban no in his wisdom no feel say e bia ko ye nsi a na nka abia wa managing ye but the bottom line say sika na we stop say and one person among for sika be collapse no se sia no wade o musika no ebe ma o so you ye di sika na ma o no de collapse in the collapse we say na me no can binum ko unemployment we all know we have ye nuanom ne nam for bibra bank no e collapse no we call unemployment but it is better say ye be sa don than say ka be ba na afi nipa bibri be wu more than what happens. And you know, and the government is voted into power to solve problems. The government, they feel say it is the only way obetimi solve that problem. They can use 9 billion to solve that problem. No, but the problem was there before we keep. I don't know more use. But almost say a car less. A check car
ye di good no
sika e dey say e di good banks no e was so chen e can e wo
we are sometimes we are not sometimes we are not talking about money we are talking about in some of this ebia obaka say ebia me wa faka o de ma to taxi mu taxi na o de me kono car na me sika na wutua no ne boarding but ebia nka one for man to car no aboarding na ebia nka me waste ya ebia nka me hwere me nkwa ana ase bi besi the sometimes ebia sa sika no ye de be ye ade no ebia so when you look at the quantum of the money no ebia e doso but ebia omo jai ho se o sika na ye de be no ho na ebia nka de be free chire ba no e be more severe than what they did
yam fan se bia ye ton microphone 1 billion ana ye dem obi wo issue ba se ye ka se ye koya ebia wanye aburu ka aguo o so ko service wonye oya wontuaka enti ekoye hu se ka ode ewo repair microphones no ebia be enuru 1 billion no yes okay ye ntua sai sika no ni mu no ye betam 10 billion ya we turn 1 billion no 9 billion e ka ho na edi agu edi ase microphone no enna na Ghana for kasa say because in say bia before we see gina ye no on fa da ko pere be plan say e bia de ne anam de dwene sa de wi ho ana eye banking ankronko sika ho ye wa ban de ho ene wo individual de ho ene wo omonso abi omo sika de free other countries no e de be shem obi nso wo de ye ni business e bi kwampa na moment an wo be ye no no bi kura sika bi ho so ye transfer de ko enti wo take sa meshes we nyina hu say okay mama nyisi enyisi ansa mesigina ye enti sa de ntima mumutirim se e be sika no omodeka be se mevanse bia 2 billion by ye de 10 billion gugunu na se 8 billion mu a ene da so a e beti se sika nkura mo wo mu de ye adwuma no ama sika nkura bi aka ama ye na gade wo mu ni awe so motua sa aka ena na Ghana for kan wasem ba ne nkanye bone se ye hunu se bia efi anasa o habu baabi ni yesesem ene se wo wadwuma kura wo ye kura bibi nkoyi a otimi ka se kura magunu won magu mi tum for some time bi ma problem ene wo ba se wodi se sika no se bi de brosa egunu na won se ko bosia sa betua kan e ho na issue no
ni say o say o mo di sika no a e chance a sika no e di gunu no no na me no I have problem with say e bia sika no a e wo mo no e 9 billion e no ma ko use 10 billion e di agunu so anti 10 billion o mo di e dey no mo di gunu 10 billion na wo kan wa say no mo di e dey no mo di gunu because and o mo di tuaka and o mo can you say just to say we have closed the banks down no and a bobo ka sa 10
but they say yes o say o so ko baby ba pesika o de ba ye no message me pesa amount figure me ya me misquote okay fix ka mo ji e ma fan say e di good bank no o say ye tena se enkata semu e be form committee ni ade ni nyina ka ho bi o
yes
ba sika no ho hia ye o metim da jom na so no enu say sika na e di koye sa de no
and that is why I have the problem with about the mentality and I mean can say me can say am say capital by big sika o me sika ko shi at every day say sika no ba sem
Capital Bank
sorry maybe ana me pese sorry for mention that bank me a few bank no e bia na but it became a topic say am a mental hotel no crans e ba mu say wo mo discuss no dey akọ to treasure base wo baby na
and near Capital Bank o mo se na man say we ta ba dia say na ma ato esien say wa ate so dem and sa gabi no so mo na tum so mo wi o maka se na wi ade so mo jele na me boa na mo so won twa wantimantu a esien bibi sa to
so when me dey any say ebia wo discuss no even when they started the banks no ebia nka omo they did a prudent worker ebia nka bank no mangu no but ebia na go me adwene ebia bank no fi say yes discuss no sa discuss o ka say ekitwa no de kwehemu na say yes paya banks na the banks will collapse again na just say yes discuss akogum tika na san call ye no amba bio because da bia me ka me say Ghana ha a dia bia a government this ka yura mu bia no o mo hwe ni yi They say I check Ghana government transport. It me got top bank be about 800 buses. They dey go government transport within 2-3 years. Obakwani a pack ni na sure. But obviously to me top Pragia within 3 years. Not Pragia no akwa car. It is sometimes a government you would discuss with Shimwa. Na internet part NPP before private private for believing in private because a private or no one him say one Adam said the sika woman into obession ye but I buy no push sika be shemwa na anamon for a ye bank collapsing of the banks, and as we said me tablet ni kura me drew her no I call off chama aka me moto no yes aka ye won se biblia ye be kan afa saa ade no but I don't know the me dey say omo musika aka mu no ye betua mo me no kan I say me very good point say biblia sika na devalue. For example, na di panisika there 100 million na they were 100 million mana ebia sika ro ba kan say na at that time na dey 100 million betimi ato no and 8 million but I think yes we need border say attention so I saw what I am here say because that's gal ebia lanka we need that so cross on some can but about the anti me dey say release this can see ntua ne there. I think we have to say or that's name second and third tranche no ya man mrantem no mo sanka o mo de no mo sanka unica because what you have just said, if it is a by me first let's assume say abinokura year it has happened, so we have to move forward. Near who said next time no there na bit my head I have found the banking sector ne there ni collapse on there you nipa ba ko pe na affected nipa be but now and you said the reason here banking no ni buy na me no can about economic management team na the economic management team no me Showdown ni government structure no because you can economy your economic and finance minister and bank governor and was will be the management team no can go and think something and bring it on board. The finance minister can decide to take it or leave it. Until so management member and it lies on the finance minister. As a finance minister no about practice it. I said the amount they buy no be this one now win this so what you say sana mimi hunu na okay mimi ano babia no dey asem na nam banking sector or dey call nam say John Dramani Mahama visionary no oba see that over can say o sika over can say John Dramani Mahama ma me nko manya figure no Ghana Web o say NPP government spent 18 billion Ghana cedi to collapse banks that needed 9 billion to survive. Muntaka o share asemu yes o share asemu ye o ya Ghana Web mesa ko to another one eba no obia de susuye eba o say ye the 18 billion in collapse here but scan na o senki hia ye betimi survive banks no eye 9 billion e wona na Ghana fo bi ka say e ho no na akose entiase enhyeda emmemu enti say bibi sa ate sa edenti na ba ade am ba say mehia 9 na makotam 18 edi asesa no ni aka bom aye ne baako e wada banks bi na afi ye gu banks ni bi na edmusika kam ni asakopa bosia e de betuaka aho na issue ni won okay me da say e be ya say mutaka na kai
enye se mutaka say a suggestion yes, Mutaka by way Ghana Web. Yeah, reporter ni Mutaka. Reporter no report ya. Okay. And yes, one say then no.
Then I say come a breakdown. 18 billion na dey go banks. Na say come a breakdown. If you say because all we can try say a breakdown.
So men kaka kranka on tia said there. We are just leading dynamic. Or say the banking crisis doesn't make sense to me. So far government has spent 18 billion to collapse these banks, while in the actual sense the banks needed 9 billion to survive. I don't understand this. But this map is that, but the map is that by the time they are done, they would have spent 22 billion. He added. There's 18 class I could do 22 billion. So, Mammy, and for the main plan, another one, and Chiramo. What a twice kasa. I mean, different. Okay.
This delicate issue.
I feel Masanya. Okay. What kasa me bacho me ba.
This delicate issue no say oba kind of try say mu use 18 billion the collapse bank no abra yesen committee ma use 9 billion e dey aya. O kind of try me timamini dey make say ene say nyansa bi anim. Ade ntina I say 18 ade 9 billion na o use 18 billion e dey say no. Abra o dey 9 billion e gu no kura na e bi amonfo be san ya adwuma ye. But so what kind of trust me as a politician and as a we are intelligent, I will need more and further particulars. No matter what 18 billion. No. Dear one or more. Okay,
so another one was say government lost 25 billion to ensure Ghanaians lost out in the banking sector. Or say instead of using 5 billion to save some non-local banks, the government opted to use 25 billion to collapse them. Speaker of Parliament, Babin, has observed, saying the government erred in that decision. It is the focus of every country to ensure they are in control of the banking sector. Yeah. Babin noted when he spoke to the Parliamentary Press Corps recently, adding, so if we had Ghanaians with banks having challenges, it is incumbent on us to make them succeed. I think our colleagues in government erred in not seeing it that way. He told the journalists on Sunday, 30th October 2022, he said, they tried and ensured that Ghanaians making it in the sector lost out, and instead of using 5 billion to help banking to survive, we ended up losing 25 billion, and we have still not been able to sanitize the system, and there were still a lot of work to be done. Non-local banks were collapsed in Bank of Ghana's financial cleanup exercise that started in 2017. Through the exercise, the number of banks in Ghana was cut down from 34 to 23. Also, some 347 microfinance institutions, 15 savings and loans, and 8 financial houses had their licenses revoked. Additionally, the Securities and Exchange Commission revoked the licenses of 5 to 53 fund management companies. And to raise your name, Babin, Speaker, on Wankasa, Akanwasam, and you will be a Babin Nankasa. Among the banks collapsing was Heritage Bank Limited, which some prominent voices have repeatedly said was killed on political grounds. According to UT Bank founder Mr. Prince Kofi Amwabin, Bank of Ghana was told by officialdom to collapse Mr. Sedu Agongo's Heritage Bank. And Kwanava said, "We are politics. It's a fan of Suntunchen." Me say another one ya, and also SSE. And Osha senior we yenfa Babin ye speaker calendar our parliament me boa. Ana ono chire osinye Ghana nko. By amama bebre wa country bebre wa sanity. But he say ono ko si okoti 5 billion per. So metima jom na so. But the 25 billion. That's a times the war.
And you know, say the person be so then so name you know okay. Which one is correct? Obi say you betima use 9 billion here. And they are used to 22 billion. We say every use 5 billion. And they are used to 25 billion. So which is which?
Per me they say that's why the speaker. That's why the speaker.
You could have used much lesser than the 25 billion.
That's what
for the bank. I mean to conduct that exercise. Why you 25 billion?
Because me tell me say so I didn't trust her. Not debate 9 billion because was it 53 there 53
micro
but mama kasa mo na ha
53 microfinance
me ba cho de me yan hwa de
aban first can question microfinance
me ba cho na say na aban first can enye bo say fa me ba
na say an wagu no
and say dey ko so dey say man ke betima
ama fo say adwuma udi
bank na yakwaji Ibrahim amakwaji loan na Jamama collapse no anti manager na so we so question
you see on say was Dabi where or you so 25 billion Dabi ade an ka obetimi use just 9 billion I mean Osha, they could have used lesser amount of money.
It is not true.
Now, fine. So how many microfinance?
Mr. Abuaje, Anthony Kekeo Abuaje, Deputy Department of Finance, University of Ghana Business School. That's illegal, no. Was a Ghanaian banking crisis of 2017 to 2019 and related party transactions. Was a abstract. Early in 2017, a new management team took over the helm of affairs at the Central Bank of Ghana. Preliminary evidence available to them suggested that a number of banks were distressed. Further investigation by them revealed that poor corporate governance. Me bacho enina enketekete ti me brepa me brepa enketekete ti wo hwe de yewura Abuaje nso so e kan so a na se onkotu sika bia bet ukwase bo se sika sem no me peska ono nso ekotu ya je se omode yes I kidnap no e o banking sector ni mo but all the same no never say bia sa amount no kra wo so never say enuru sa na yesi ebe nya fa yemfa yensu babe ko babe de na on a speaker enti o speaker so there sa baby what no ye nya na NPP na NDC sem ho cause ono wo ye refu no jam finfini do say wo ye NDC ni by wo ye adwuma na nyina hu de ye so ebra yesi covid levy bi ba ho anwa yi levy kura so to kwa South Africa so sanu yade ama jowas ebe che mebo a energy tum ana mebo a enti ye nyina ne de ne so na yemfa cancer
but we are politician.
Oh, them is politicians. When we are politicians, it is me who come out about your trash.
Now me make a choice. In the first place, me can say I don't know anything about banking, but me mean say what has happened already. We cannot go back. And to me, then say a banner releases can say yinchiama.
But ye can say by next time no. Obi ban so o me yibi. Obet sabi obet transfer apran adwuna kwachi
ya tra ho
ansa na wasi
say okay na we aka ho asem
na me ye ka say obi nso so ba
yes meaning ya tra radio so aka sa asem na say say ka dey 9 billion ye dey ma omo ya aka sa asem na TV so ya ka bibia so we have passed through that we afi na yadu say ye disika no e ma omo e no na e ka ho asem yes enti no meaning say ye dey omo sika na ma omo no e ade papa say at long last no musika na ekoloko ye no yesi omuntu sika na ye dey ema wo mo the only difference American is say maybe the way omuntu sika be nim so omuntu with interest I don't know but the ebe kan fa ho say omusika no adi value enti no next time no so the osika no amasa ade no emba system no mbio and so also ko bie bank na so oni ahode a man ko bie bank no enko gigi amofo sika nkototo dan obi a wajiska no say oye finance microfinance no this kind of business wo baby wo be wi no say business no kwa na say eko loko a na mo fo sika so aye aloko afi na wo musu fra ban me ka say DKM NDC ta obu na mane pa meanwhile when they were investing their money in DKM no na NDC ni ho but when DKM collapse here no be issue for NDC met like I say nipa kura general sa de no kura to abatia NDC say DKM meanwhile DKM oya no bank na wodi gina ni no obi ani ho nti sa microfinance for na omo niska na omo ko bie say aban mre me push omo na omo ngina omo na so na because when you started you are on your feet there na yes say okrepo ye a san person aban sa push scam na san ko gina wo feet. When did you want to push this kind of you still go back to your knees because whole general start here now so but because also why you see skinny here no and I over top form and the abandon to push this kind of that's how acquired and that's how top form now so maybe there maybe agenda said yeah the music there I'm all for musical local yeah start to say you musical mom you musical maybe say musical local opera in the sense then so I can say me for musical come microphone as I will am go be that obeye me den
onsanka
davi mensanka
na dosu
o satan no 100 cities per am town no 100 cities na that 100 cities no sikakesi o so na sikakesi apa
okay
so yes all the 100 cities no kwato a bosome no akwaje 40 cities so ene dibrika de kwato holo afi eji kwato grind ya 100 cities na ashi no me the aircraft and they shall know binum that time no binum as much as 100 million equal mu bi obi ko police for soldier for ko peacekeeping ba music ko magina no de akoko to ram to form say gro no sem bebre
enso de asam kwese pa na ma yen ko second topic so na yen tura so juma de showdown meet you second one
me of how do e ka sem bi
also
the man mama inu Ibrahim mama ko jiska ewo merchant bank university universal data you see asem na nya no kre from o kan sisi e ma gran cause o say Ibrahim mama kwaji bi but the bank na Ibrahim mama nua no kwaji banks na jo mama gu no eno so no me kan wasem say enya no kre o hwe
bank no ho
enya no kre university merchant bank ba enya no kre tie from the banking sector where peacefmonline.com you see according to the lawyer the legal team or the head of the legal team of the bank you see was say as more I was say a strongly worded rejoinder addressed to the Alhaj by the bank director of legal affairs lawyer NS Jemazi and the director of marketing young blah 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 and board members of the bank stated in part we wish to state for the record that this article in this particular the heading is not untruth but it is also malicious and intended to damage the reputation and integrity of Universal Merchant Bank. That's more kind. Was it? The bank further stated that the young brother of the former president John Dramani Mahama, who is the chief executive officer of Engineers and Planners Limited, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, is not a shareholder of the bank. Neither does he have any relationship with the stakeholder of the bank. So, as okay, more of how do. Also, I say enukredi ani. Enukredi ani.
Nti wo say shareholder say akoji never this one shareholder say akoji
he has no relationship nothing with the bank. That's why
I say
okay, me was say for me to set the record straight. Was it the bank further stated that the young brother of the former president John Dramani Mahama is also the chief executive of Engineers and Planners Limited. Mr. Ibrahim Mahama is not a shareholder of the bank. Neither does he have any relationship with the stakeholder of the bank. And you know, and also can begin to say they just want to tarnish the image of the bank.
Into Angelo Bia. Why what don't go to every bit of Angelo.
And I saw Jamana the man.
Yes.
And in the South, and I saw the man.
Yeah, no by a president. I went to a scano.
Well, good is
man, the man was a good. And I said, the man, and I said,
it was 6 billion. And I know what else would you. Okay. And he had what no brother about no dress scano. And I almost bank no a collapse bank. Okay. It was
there are some men call yes again.
By planners and engineers no. That don't know the planners of engineer.
Okay. But obviously can tell say na you can be for betting. We betting for the Makasa man was say yanko UK. You be who bet mu bet. Bet and hold your course UK no. Company e brought twumi. E ti ba ko ba ha na mo Ghana for musu. Ejabano.
I don't know because me can wasem.
With the betting in the UK. That's why. With the betting.
Say I say question.
And this Baumia they na what 10% of the winning bonuses no. One thing is Mr. Danso. So ultra bet anytime you ultra bet. Na say Udia they calculate the number of losses. Omo hwe usika man say me try bet.
The way
the whole month me try bet. If I say, 1,000 Ghana cedis, and we try, if I say 500 Ghana cedis, and you know, tax is not applied.
Because
Mabakada, and what me I day. But I'm Muslim, even Pono, Ucha, sir, games, no crap on Ucha, or auto tax. What is tax? Even you do 100 million, no trap on us who do 50 million, or better to tax. Okay, 5 million.
But I say, much a brand of question cut up in
the clear way.
The
betting. Better no, and yet, say better than a keke. Because now you per se discourage minors from doing bettings. Say, I have 1 year now. Minors, no. Oh, I have 1 year. Say, me brother can say, or Muniska, into no cocha bettings. In this kind of the cocha, no man. Also, omuni.
Ona so bi ni sika so oni say obo ye adwuma ma obo say and obi kwati me ba and there na ka sa de ho no me to say because ma say enipa no ebi kura obeta kwa akoton bi nsu me amani ba 10 no me ni 5 egutwa be
nti wa ye adwuma
na da nya adwuma enso 10 e adwuma
e adwuma you are working what to work on so you sika so we kwatwa betting enti betting no betting ne dey me as a Muslim crowd here me crowd am here crowd come abandon crowd
me say me da say me da say ye twa so ma me mra wona ye ntwa so ye nko second topic so me mo bia 5 minutes na fe ya kwa last one so ni asore so labor minister ye wura Ignatius Bafo awua was say abandon ma CV 345 million Ghana cedis through payroll monitoring. Simanum, I'm into you.
Over this particular topic is on say, Mekai 2022, Ansana Abanwi, led by Baumia and Akufado. Ansana Babe introduce E11. Mekai say, now anti-corruption organization from Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana. Led by man back one of the in fact anti-corruption activists, I a friend Emmanuel Wilson Jr. Miangasami boss. Mekai say through media, Metro TV and other TV stations. Oka say, in fact, according to Auditor General reports, annually every year Ghana lose an amount of 12.8 billion through corruption. You see, now already these are headlines here. Obache said. They want to ensure transparency in the public sector of the country.
Yes.
They want to ensure transparency. And now, answer of introduce E11, no. I will pomko twa hu keke e de Ghana for any ya. Esanso di huro say, "Mo akotwa or ye pe ye mpo o ma introduce E11 no." Answer na o introduce no. Me kai pass o catch from say every year annually according to Auditor General report, they lose 12.8 billion through corruption in those institutions. Now, they are claiming that they want to ensure transparency in those institutions. I'm going to make a cry. Now their target for the E11 was 7.4 billion. They could even meet their target. You see, and they introduced this useless tax on the already suffering Ghanaians. You see now, you see all those institutions together with the CEO of Fair Wages and then Salary Commission, the friend Benjamin Arthur. You see, according to him, was say. They conducted the exercise in 3 phases. The first phase almost started from April last year, April, and then they ended in September. You see, and then they did the last phase, which is the 3 phase. And now, approximately, because of they use 1 year to conduct the exercise. You see, before John Dramani Mahama, the nation leader was leaving an office. Now, from 2016 up to 2022, look at the period. All those money, where were all those monies going? So annually, if 12.8 billion goes into corruptions, hiding in his people's pockets, there's amount for bottom, amount for Google, amount for bank account, enjoying those money. If every year this amount of money goes into corruption, so I feel say being able to save 345 million Ghana cedis from the payroll monitoring, it is not enough. Now annually you lose 12.8 billion through corruption. That's why 345 million Ghana cedis is an achievement.
So
fine, but not almost 3 times
from 2023.
From making annually be at 12 billion. It means still now some people are still there looting the country money. I'm for sure more Omuya Ghana Sika. You see, so within that period, from that 2016 to 2022, no, those monies were rich people were responsible for those monies. And what kind of answer Oba was answer can be about commitment to workers welfare, whereby the ministry was saying that the government is focused on maintaining high level salary for workers and then pensioners. I will make reference to the high adjustment to the pay or make it adjustment to the single spine pay. Yes, in 2010.
Okay.
Was also say there has been a 25% increments in the monthly salary of engineers. You see, okay, so I know now, but I'm asking, say, maintaining a high level salary of income of Adanso. Now, since the historical right, since the political history of Ghana, workers union equal strike, seeking for better condition of service. USF, you can even answer me.
NDC. You
can't strike. In fact, the most strike in this country, University Teachers Association, Ghana, almost most of the major institutions are strike. Trying to tell us that the government is focusing on maintaining high level salary for workers. You can't buy one age for ending the year, NPP are buying me. When age for ending the year, especially seeking for better condition of service. I'm even with the pensioners, the Senate, Yanka, this Senate hotels scandal. So TV. Anka Ghana for I'm answer the engineer. Anka Senate hotels no. Anka you told them a champion. You see, and you know.
But some saying no cre.
Oh, so no meka.
Na senator.
So no meka.
Senator na.
On meka. Ana Yanka. Was a job creation initiative. Was also kind.
Yes.
In the harmony in the job creation initiative. Of Adanso. Is it Abanyo? Is it that Trump Ghana for?
Adai.
Trump here. Promises in the doors. Heavily promises.
Abloso.
Yes. Promises are even for because if they were able to achieve 10% of such promises, and Ghana be crabeshe. You see, one district, one factory. One, in fact. A whole slogan now. NPP, they want the most sweetest slogan. Look at how they even came out to job creation initiative by yet. Uncle Sifi, Asuma by Kai, in Kagana, present get the problem. One district, one factory, now this street, that's a factory all normal. And Kagana for our employment, single digit employment rate in Quebec increased double digit 32.
That's a rent of free.
Is it me free boss me from the street? Me who will be our
that's a
me who she boss from me free boss me from me who will be our
I am the
is it me who will and then next time Fabra
boss me from
next time Fabra me who will
za me who and then my can be some kind of my no my so what now also can be
now so we also want 5 minutes
you see one district and your Ghana how many districts
Edosu I think
Edosu pa
okay
factory this almost you see when you look at the debts that this government has accumulated a car like my cumulative power and look at the work that they've done. These people need to account for what they've done. When John Dramani Mahama, they have to account every single money that they've looted in this country. You see, they are going to and me can say this government now baby they want to talk about accountability. Who this car will be for Juma? Oh, Bible says the person will account. If you try to talk about accountability, but won't be answer.
Okay.
Talking about
there were 261 districts. Including 145. And 109 municipalities.
So talking about job creation initiative and look at the money that goes into
and
people's
6 metropolitan districts.
The money that goes to people's pockets, according to Auditor General reports, 12.8 billion.
Okay. But that's it.
That's why we 345 million.
But you know what the amount was many million. I don't remember. They said about 4 were bombarding. At least we did.
I say,
so we become.
Now, person come back. So if you time so crime, not seen and there, see. Now maybe expect to say community and I.
Now,
but uncle,
and this man,
what there's no record. The 5 minutes.
Auditor
General.
NDC Auditor General and you see reports 12.8 billion going to corruption.
Then someone maybe yes.
Now auditor report the kind. Now claim say you are conducting the cleaning exercise in those sectors to ensure transparency.
Yes.
But when we look at the amount of money that goes there, 12.8 billion. That's what what's every 345 million.
Okay.
Yeah, me that's pa. Na say ye can Ghana asem na NDC for no idea. Na na me won. Na me pese.
Ejo mu komo no ntum.
Obonja na PLC for nkasa.
Ada na PLC for nkasa.
Say omo ba abai mu.
Za.
Enti omo de obetima abeka. But who wa ba abai mu. Abetena abai mu. Wo ba ye, wo say Yasi factory say. Commander factory. Meti say me omo si na miswa. Bacho wa hu si kira ya atwera ho Commander sugar factory. Wa hu bi da. Awo supermarket.
Omo so mu guso mo ye. Na sa ni so mu ye bi. Ana mo ton wo. I want my I look my say. Na so mu ye bi ma ne ba. Yes mo cry free baby.
Aba wo ko ba mi no
da ke ni do wo mo ani eta.
Ba so mu ye bi ana me bo a.
Wo ba jaye.
Ana mu ye ne
wo mo say test.
Omo test. It mo test e wey.
Omo test we no ya hu bio. Ya hu bio. It is now
a gradual process.
Ghana.
They are supposed to continue.
But why? Not
ya bio untimi.
Was it 200 say
261 district.
Yeah, we want a practice I see kurana. A brute 200. Hey. Bra me capture. So le be channel. Me go for me at a corner man I be you or be wasi ba kwesi ho. Enti me de ne say asema o ye ka say by we say wanya is it 345 million Ghana cedis. I wo you know management you know mo ye.
Labor Commission.
Yes.
Payroll money. Sikana na number bi na egugu amanfo to mo nya adwuma na yesin samanfo ni motie ni nkantie ni obabu ano no to de aba omani mu ebia 345 million Ghana cedis.
Ebia menu ano abaka se bia to 12 billion 3.5 million there. Enye hwe but at least he has taken a step. So was taking step no. Ebia next year ebia be koye ni mo no. Na ye recover sikano. Ghanaians ka corruption so na me nua yi kan John the man mama kwa yeko top plane kwa wakwaji agala as a vice president wakwaji agala vice president na kaza kra no ye corruption
when for evidence then cheso wakwaji then chere what the can be me nya na me search me say one
say opa just 2009 2010 ba ukwa tames ka say
next level phone bra
what oben fam phone no
so we say
you know do but Ghana wo aka say wonim say John Dramani mama twa gala
oh that be
so what you say
oh try
me ba allegations omko so okonya confirm no wo bi
say so mko bakina
bakina mko ade ho
so tomato
wa mo so mko bia mango wa mko bia ne dresses
so tomato go
and what we are talking about
events did that
don't man mo me question wo mo say bring an evidence a chance confirm that to call
and why
and even they didn't even understand that whole project so okay the project
no ma ya no
yanko
and I'm saying project like can you do know about the project
that
yes
yes
sada for sada explain project
that boy na me was here you do am explain confirm you talk akwa 2026 no ahwan be bre no wo kwa
yes omukobokina yes omukobokina
what is that every woman has been a report here
me say I confirm no so I don't
project no say dey
me
project ni mu a o si sa
o da mama 1 minute me time fa cheche
good now say project in there say one say on say on no dia sa I confirm farmers enti no abandon na address say like omu create sa da say project no see the be ya and confirm no like do as a ometuma to ko so amre na for high yield So the moment you confirm it, that was the project. That was the idea behind that whole project. And confirm that to Burkina Faso.
We know that's the project. It is confirmed.
So you know that enhance the hatching.
Media journalists been a yes.
Yes, and confirm that to Burkina Faso.
Now, confirm the Babel. Ukwa balga pale balga poso ko na from gona ahụ mo ya ade na
and confirm
o say and so mo and confirm o tu nti so person unya confirm that person
e don't be to eko Burkina Faso
ya mara buka
akosi say if Baromia is serious country we shouldn't entertain day never memo to us so German NPP will lose heavily. They think Ghanaians are foolish. We will see December 7th. Yeah. He came back in 2018 after losing this year. So,
until maybe the other say, NDC follow banner or more corruption. Ghana, a problem in corruption.
Okay.
And nobody mean Tanahan has an NPP time or bien who are corruption. But corruption, before I say departments and I say I've worked in a municipal assembly before.
Okay.
So
now we are there.
Now me an admin director. For municipal. Yes.
What the matter is doing the coffee?
That me you be glad. Now my test class and have no the coffee. So I can see. Okay. And me hold no mono. Say who hold no that's a who ye juma. That's all ye politician. What you say technocrats, the way they are managing things, very serious.
Okay.
But it seems say politicians no aje santo kana fa. Ya kase corruption a NPP abampe. Na ya de ama politicians. Ya kase corruption NDC mo pe. Na de ama politicians. But there are people are moye corruption and kasa mo dem ye technocrats mo to oba wi o ko be say politics. But when it comes to corruption, me said there is corruption in the system.
Okay.
Corruption in the system. No, Ghanaians are so intelligent. Say over 2 over channel pano. You need an extra intelligence and sana what my day. What my channel. So I say, me my example now. Me the Sultan. Me in charge of the Sultan. Na ni we so we na ni concern kan but me ka. Na o show for Kroma. Ababu nsuo nka ababu de ye ne subi na boshi ye ne subi na boshi nti ye wo sesan nsuo ye wo wewe nsuo ye wo nsuo more than 4-5 nti na omo 16 days ye mfanti nsuo no 16 days no mo de mai say ye nti nsuo no every day bia ye 6,500 every day bia 6,500 so ye bakwa diesel ya fa excavator sani wana kwesi 6,500 ena ye de afi ye mnadmu engineering department and planning department be for ye afi me so na me in charge ye make sure say ye be 12 days no me say stop na me say stop say o me say ai sa na ye no na say because 16 days no come there man say into still the sultan there no 16 days ni sha mo san say ye njai not knowing say yes na 4 days no na technocrats na dey acha tombutu and I'm saying that sometimes na me for constituency organizer and I'm organizer being an admin director na o kwa kan say 16 days ya 12 days 4 days no ashe some later on obi beti you take me on. Say this is what to enjoy 4 days. You are going to distill the thing. Distill TV. Or money me in I can't copy say me free. Oh, I'm telling you.
Because umanya kwanya nchomo.
And that 4 days is 26,000. 4 days I don't come see enjoy. They are going to regain 26,000 out of the distilling.
Na say ye na na ye one bro.
That's right. Until when you can say corruption was system no man. Ye politician na ye jefa. Ye ane age ade na so a.
Some mo de mo du.
Aha. Ye de
mo de na akese.
Ye de no. Every a politician bia ni ho a. Say me father say wotuaka. politician be any how to yaka. Well, to say me fa say adra na ya omko to say omo say abenada pa there, you know. Adra me you to me quite insulting. Na engineers for na kofa yi na aba. MC wo hwe ade ne sa wo timu sa de wi. You know, but he's not a technical person. And so I know what can't want someone. No, like I said, no. Oh, this would be Yashi. Because I'm a technical person, I say you use 100 million, they sell that, whether you like it or not. Oh, my mom, myself. Yes, you can because okay. Into so I can say to me, okay. Yeah, to me, and so they will go and do shadow work. When you complain, they tell you, say, Sikana Yakas Yajina, Wanjana, do in many way. MC minister, they are Omun Triaka, Omun your estimate, Omun your budget. So they are saying, a technocrat, Nana, yes, I I'm saying this. Yet men can't say politicians in Nipa, politicians in Nipa, yes, right. Mamma and I can see and I'm just saying, Abanda Party in Sinska Kutu, why dear? Abanda Pa, yes, Kaira, or almost a Juaban away. I quite to say, Ghana, cinema, me, somebody, a brother passed at the Bob more than 30 years. And well, who knows about I can answer, say, a year or year, somebody at the man. What can I say, baby, was a you couldn't, you can say. On the panel, me defending. Into what I'm saying is, the Americans are brother part. Say the department can say behind. Okay. Say it's going to be embarrassing, but I quite say Ghana for the Okra original house is here. Oh, yeah, or presenter, oh, yeah, you was here. Unye sketch is here. You better DBA at also. And so what I say, aha, and so yeah, government, oh yeah, part, oh yeah, a politician, crowd, they would talk at their crowd. You better pass away there. At also, and you know. You can a politician intimate corruption. Abra technocrats in day. I'm saying they say Sadiana a word young president say he should keep on. He should keep on. ABS can buy this but so we'll keep it on. Yamin Pengu, not MPDC for ba. Next one to Aswa. Abia Sika say a corner. Won't you group in at least you get some. I don't know Pengu. Was it? Oh, I said, we know by what I'm there could do so man. We are about by moi, do so, and then near my young Quano. So I say, I am one say, what one I know to say, or Mumba Bermuda, Mumba Bermuda humo. So after crowd there, almost free HS or free you almost started. Because starting that and only a different mobile, I must say, day school now most subsidized. Subsidized is free. How can you start subsidized as free? In the 1992 constitution, we are supposed to start it progressively. You see, what's the meaning of progressive? In kakra. In the stepwise manner. Mama educate too. Progressive. And what I'm saying, progressive is that started from primary school. Progressive. There can't be a progressive. NFN progressive. Into mobile. How say? And to much minyana. One thing is now you see, I don't go to make the phrase is a progressive. One said, if you look at the 1992 constitution, some you fracture. And young coffee be omitted to a minute from some constitution. No, they know say introduce free SHS no just promptly they know the outcome. First of all, encouraging baby that look at the challenges that they encountered when they implement these free SHS. Encouraging baby that that's why Don Domanu Mama father to say as a visionary leader. First of all, he has to make sure say there is adequate schools to accommodate those students when free SHS become free. As almost I'm sorry, you see. It's almost starting and answer constitution. No more trying to say. I don't. Yeah, yeah, kakra. If you talk about pound, say what about? Okay.
You can't say progressive. You start primary. You are about JSS. You are about SS. Until you are doing SS. I don't think I say your pro-ufilms. Kosa na secondary school.
Yeah, but
you here. Kosa na secondary school. NDC. Wabu BA school. No money dormitory. No more hard die. And no education.
And a momo by.
And no education. There be I say what say. We have to depending on the that's. But some time na free education you anko. Na because you baby.
Saudi that's.
Na be you baby na.
But that's.
Back home. No more hard die.
But that's much me akwa last issue na. Akasimensia na ye sole. Na no no nya abo. Ma me nka bi o say friend Malik Alasan. We Ghanaians are not fools. Come December 7th, we will show the NPP where power lies. Mama show na.
Ghana ni nche obia. Yeso ya Ghana, yeso ya show mo.
And all can ask him about you.
What Ghanaian? What Canadian? Maybe a Ghanaian ni beto ma.
Okay, my memory ho, yes see Ghana. Yes ya kopɛ ɛyɛ power ayi bi. Na saade ne ekɔpɛ no. Sika bi a na wo sɛ yɛyɛ no sɛ ɔmo di anim asɛ lawyers legal team no ama ɔma na boka. Enti yɛnhwɛ na eni hu nkɔmɔ kakra bi na afɛ yɛn sɔre so. Enti and last one no.
Ofaranso. Ansa na beba sa asemu yi so. Ana mi ansa mi imagine wonder say Ghana for se bi utafrache. Mo say wo hwɛ ye leaders na mo manage ye sikasem ye economy na in the sense the chairman of the economic leader and also Kenufurata they have a financial but almost
say yes
omuwo evans sikasem to yon nimdie and as the legal aspect now I don't know advisor attorney general edimomo you see answer na this whole traffic issue no this whole issue by the contract between that energy company and the government of Ghana
British energy fame
yes answer na issue ni na buy no Akufo-Addo Bawumia government they were warned by the former energy minister Dr. Kwabena Donko. You see all this debt Ghana it is avoidable. You see now so the reason why omode terminating contract na orebeho say what after say if you look at the reason why they terminated that contract orebeho you see and me no nyina nyina father so any of how detail me nyina nim say answer na sign the contract no me kwa me sign the contract but me nim say if you want to terminate the contract there should be a rule for termination of the contract. If you breach the rule the law will go against you. You see and this were the people that they claim but Shaja Akusu come and explain that they claim that they have what the knowledge of how to manage the economy. You see the reason we terminate your contract they say almost say the energy company of Ghana were not having the necessary document for them to carry on their operation. You see, and then he said it is the duty in power purchasing. Emergency contracts. No, you know that it is the duty of the government to assist in obtaining documents for events those operation companies, energy operation companies. You see. And secondly, sa contract you come terminate here they almost 134 million Ghana cedis already ground we here e come going to mean twa once also out of your own reckless management of the economy what also come e kachuchu dia aba betis from manoko. You see now this one is the low, it has the lowest tariff. Simply means that say if your contract now that's the cheapest contract. A power purchasing emergency contracts. It was to serve the country for some years. I think almost signed for 4 years. And some other power purchasing like Aztec and local party say 5 years. Into no time no so na ban way Akufo-Addo ban as also extended for 10 years. Hope you are getting me right. And I don't know the advice that they were getting from the Attorney General to go and terminate the contract. You see, as a leader of managing the economy. I don't manage customer monsa. How can you just be so careless and so reckless to the extent that you terminating this contract? It has no basis. You see, and this contract has no guarantee from the government.
Okay, but that's it.
There's a new Kwasanka. It could be affordable.
Also, despite the clear and biting nature of the tribunal's ruling, Ghanaian's response was inadequate. Rather than settling the debt in full, the Ghanaian government made only partial payments.
Totaling,
yes. This left considerable balance of $111 million for 9 something in arrears, with interest continuing to accumulate on the unpaid amount. The situation took more complex when Ghana sought to challenge the UK judgment, but only after failing to do so within the appropriate legal timelines in the UK court. In memorandum dated August 6, 2024, Chief Judge James Yi Basbeck of the District of Columbia Court detailed how Ghana attempted to bring the case to American courts. However, this move came after the Ghanaian legal team had already missed critical deadlines to contest the award in the UK, a failure that would prove to have several consequences. I mean, is it the one? Yes, you court to follow. Go for me. Also, me, you because is he any upon?
Me, contract now.
Okay.
Now, I mean, you know, or can't say we see can answer. I say, I do already terminated contract, and I say, now there is no contact papers or something like that.
Yeah, that was the reason. That was the reason.
And I say, the government, they say,
duty to assist.
Was it to assist obtaining people? And I mean, say it's our contract, so and this time almost sign contract. You know, the question is, if it is the duty of the government to obtain the paper, then the preventing and this that time, so they should obtain the paper. Me almost I'm not a legal person. To me, and can
okay.
But say when UK need 2 months, so now they ask them quarter. 50% that common is that and was an start to was a book. And I am what say a chino, no person almost idea some call America. Well, I don't know the reason why it's here. Or more I don't know, call UK.
And they decided to.
Yeah, because make why
they take control of the distance of the plant, like that. The subsidiary of the.
Make
okay.
Make us a legal person. My since PNDC time, my kind contract with Bria. I UK for back.
There is a termination rule.
Okay. UK for back. Now omo ye na so woka say ode omo contractor and also omo contract now so the UK akodi a likely so be lose.
Okay.
Likely so be lose.
Into the legal terms.
If me sitting here, I will blame my Attorney General.
Okay.
For not doing a very good job. Next time, you know, I say we due diligence because law. You say law is controversial. Because law and yet straightforward. It is a whole challenge idea. So making sure say good standard, especially deal with UK contractor no UK. When you scanner or the UK, so UK government has interest in the contract. And it's a whole that's a whole you have to so army will serve with good answer what me.
But scanner more thing because scanner more do scan see and ya what they say Ghana and there.
They can go to negotiation.
And there was you can
go to negotiation. They can go to negotiation.
Was it judge? Mami yeta na so yapon etimi kan ma yes na mati asi go se ma ansi a wonte se ne omo we asiko ye na se ko isi ana ma say akobansi aboka because black star ko bobo lu se so omo nya de enti say o Attorney General to the case ko na lu so aye be aboka last week me read we ani upon was Judge Basbeck's opinion sheet light on the series of procedural failures that lead to Ghanaian's current predicament. Initially, Ghana had managed to secure an extension from the UK court to change the tribunal's award. However, despite this extension, the Ghanaian legal team failed to meet the new deadline. The situation was further compounded when Ghanaian's subsequent request for second extension was denied by the UK court, which judged Ghanaian's grounds for challenge the award as intrinsically weak. The sequence of events left Ghana in a vulnerable position. As a result of these missteps, Judge Boasberg granted a motion for default judgment in favor of the Ghana Power Generation Company. This judgment awarded GPGC the sum of 111,493,828.92, representing the outstanding balance owned by Ghana. Additionally, the ruling included mandatory post-judgment interest, which only exacerbate the financial burden now resting on the shoulders of Ghanaian government. Eti nadie ewo say no anya ye di no abagim anyi Godfred omuye bia mia madam for etuen abo deputy events AG omunyina ye bia ankwehwehwe yede ma ye yantimi ani so de beba an say Ghana ya lusu nti say car was ye tua edima wo mo no enye kawa company di no GPGC ya bon ya mi ado besia etu obi a atoye inesem bi aka omani edenti jumeda mase menua ali oma sedu yakopon hira ya mi hira pa medase pa oye NDC communication team member ewura aye awudu Mohammed NPP communication team member Shanti Region ya mi ado besia da se adwoada mi di no fadan so ya do bi ase showdown ya kramu nyama bai